When you hear the word canonical messages, what comes to mind? Do you perhaps think it's the Pope addressing a large audience? Maybe you think about a cannon shooting a message. The word canonical comes from the word kanon in Greek or kunun in Arabic, both of which mean rule, law, or standard. So let's take a look at how applications view the world. Let's take an application called CRM, and it has an object called customer, and it may have another object, say contact or address, and these things mean particular things to CRM. Let's take another application called IBS. IBS has its own view of what a customer might look like, and that customer would be different from what CRM thinks a customer is. And the same would apply if there's yet another application in the enterprise, like SAP, that would have its own version of a customer.
Interesting things happen when events surface from one system that need to be echoed in other enterprise applications. Let's say that an add new customer event happens in the CRM system, and this event needs to be synchronized to the billing system and the SAP system so they too are aware of the new customer. When the event occurs, a message is published to a channel like the bus, which will transport the new customer's information to all interested systems. When these consumer applications try to process the message data as it is in CRM, they get a bad case of indigestion.
The data has to be transformed or mapped to a scheme that the recipient can understand. That is, the CRM application's view of a customer has to be transformed to the IBS application understanding of that same object before the processing can happen. Conveniently, the bus can do this sort of thing, and transformations may be written for each message type for each application consumer.
Let's say SAP has an add new customer event. When this has to be processed by IBS, a different transformation is required from the add new customer event that came from CRM. Because the messages are different depending on the application originating the event, the transformation has to be done based on the message type of the originating application. This introduces tight coupling and loss of transformations. In fact, you would need a transformation for every combination of originator and consumer.
Problem 2. Let's say that a new application is added and that this application also has the ability to generate an add new customer event. All consumers of this message type will need a new transformation added to cater for the new message input type. The new application itself would need a transformation written for each application that can originate a message in which it is interested. This increases the cost of introducing new systems. The picture is getting uglier and uglier.
Messages moving through the bus should conform to a data format that is application independent and a data model that is common to the enterprise. Where do these enterprise data structures get defined? An enterprise information model should have common definitions for business objects like customer, address, and contact. These definitions should be maintained in an enterprise data dictionary, which is part of the enterprise information model.
When a business event occurs, the originating application has a duty to transform the data structures to the prescribed common data model related to that business event. This is the canonical message. That is, a standard message structure with a common data model. In this particular case, amongst other things, CRM's version of customer is transformed to the enterprise definition of customer on the message that is propagated to the bus. In this way, applications only have to write transformations for messages whose meaning is commonly understood and accepted, instead of trying to maintain numerous isolated and unrelated data transformations. Messages are now associated with the business events they represent and not constrained to the specifics of the originating application. Again, these transformations can still be done on the bus, but now we need a lot fewer transformations.
Let's say that the add new customer event comes from another source, not the CRM system. Let's say that this new app can propagate the business event add new customer onto the bus as a standard or canonical message. The message can then be consumed by other existing systems without them having to change their transformation logic.
Let's say that a new application was added to the enterprise landscape and that this new application also had an add new customer event. As long as messages that are propagated to the bus are of a standard or canonical format, all existing message transformation logic may be reused. The cost of integrating a new application is a lot less than was previously the case.